Hello and welcome to today's episode. Now, I believe this is episode 10. Do correct me if I'm wrong. And what I'm going to be doing today, as it is the 10th episode, is we're going to be doing some spring cleaning, as it's the middle of winter in real life. Obviously, you know how that works. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be laying out some pathways across the entire build. I'll show you quickly what it looks like now. So we have our base here, and it's a bit messy. There's a pen here, there's a lot of dirt here, there's our initial starter sort of hut over here, which we can get rid of. There is some pathways here and there. This wants to be covered in dirt, things like that. And there's this path that goes along here, which has absolutely nothing on it. And there's no actual entrance into this castle over here. And there's no proper walkway down here. And the reason for this is that I practically fly everywhere. And flying everywhere is fun. It is fine. It is fancy. But it's not really very realistic. So, I've got these... Oh, cheers. Thanks, Rain. As I was saying, I've got lots and lots of stone from cutting out the bottom of the sorting machine. So, I'm going to be turning it all into paths like I've got here. And I will update the entire area with paths. That's the first part of the spring cleaning. Let's get to it. I'll update you as we go through. Or if you're lucky, you'll get a cinematic. How does that sound? Part 1 complete, and that's a pretty cool looking staircase. Now I'm going to connect the main area across to this long line that goes to the end portal. So I think I'm going to make it go around the iron farm and then across. Let's get to it. Another path is completed. This one is a lot longer than the first one. Next path on the list is the one that goes into this tower. And let's get to it. The next path is complete. Is that all the paths? I think that might be all the paths. I haven't really gone anywhere in this world of mine. Maybe I'll run a path down past the old apartments, but that's not for right now. My next job is to bury this villager trading hall. So I want to turn this into an extension of the hill. So I'll bring this hill up, it goes across and it ends up there, covers this entire area and hides this. And then I'll put an end on that. I think a bit of glass you can see out, or maybe some walls that don't quite connect, or something like that, just so we can see out into the valley at the end. So I'm going to need a lot of dirt. Now, you'll never guess what I have down in my storage system. No dirt there. Let's check down at the bottom. Oh yeah, I moved this. This isn't a button anymore, it's a pressure plate. How cool is that? Right then, which one of these is dirt? Nope. Yes, there we go. Cool, we got loads of dirt. I'm just going to dump this stone. And then we can get onto the hill covering, which I believe will be a cinematic. Yes, you're right. This episode is going to be very, very cinematic heavy. Guess what? It's raining. And I have finished the hill. I don't think it looks too bad. Once it gets nice and green, it will look semi-natural and it will hide it absolutely nicely. Now, you may have seen in the cinematic that this end is not entirely done in the way that I want it to be. So this is an overhanging bit of cliff as it is, and then this bit here is also sort of an overhanging cliff bit, which doesn't look ideal. So yeah, that'll be improved at some point. But for now, I'm going to carry on with the spring cleaning. When I was making my tree farm, the big trees actually turned the ground into this awful podzolly stuff. So I'm going to convert it back to dirt so it can then go nice and green again. This should be a very satisfying piece of cinematic. Well, that's that done. We're getting lovely and clean and tidy in the base. It's a very good time of year. It makes it feel very cool and very nice to do some spring cleaning, even though it's not spring. You know how it is. So once this goes nice and green, it'll look lovely, a lot better than the podzol that was there before. The next thing on my list is I'm going to clear out these cows, sheep, pigs, this pen here, the old house. I'm going to get rid of it. It no longer belongs in my world. And I'm going to extend the farm. I think I'm going to make this whole area farmland. That would be quite cool. I'd like to do like an automated harvest system at some point, but today we're just cleaning up. So that can be another future episode. So let's get to it. I don't think this is looking too shabby. Now, what I can do is keep these down here. I might move them up by a block or so just so they fit in with the nice landscape above. And then we'll make another layer here. Add some legs. And then the farm is neat and tidy. The pig is up to his old shenanigans again. And he has heard me, clearly. Also, my LA is back. I hadn't forgot about the LA much, but you guys may have. The LA that I got in episode 1 has been living underneath that old base this entire time. And now he's out and he's free. And I might turn him into a farming LA. So what I'll do is I'll have this here composter machine. And I'll have a note block on the top that goes boom, 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 boom. And basically ask him to go and drop all of the stuff he picks up into the composter. However, that's not for this episode because I'm just tidying up. Here it is, our lovely farm. Now, if you don't know this fun fact about farming, if you plant different crops next to each other like this, they actually grow quicker. How crazy and cool is that? I mean, it's kind of cool. Wouldn't say it's that crazy. What is on my list next for our spring clean? I think we might be pretty much done, you know. We've got our nice paths leading everywhere. We've got the hill that's covering that. I've added some more nice paths down here. All of this is turning nice and green. The new farm is in place. Oh dear. I think I'm going to move this closer to the bamboo farm, which, by the way, is working fantastically. Mainly because I haven't smelted anything in a very long time. I might just get rid of it, you know. Don't really have a need for it. Yeah, actually I will. I'm going to get rid of it. There we go. We're spring cleaning by getting rid of the obsolete things that we don't need. Like you. I'll be honest, I thought it was a bit of a waste to get rid of this, so I haven't got rid of it. Instead, I've moved the storage, so we've got 3 chests that will fill up here, just in case I need any bamboo in the future. And then I've moved the auto smelter over to here and given that some extra input storage as well, so that I can fill it up with all the excess bamboo that we do not need. And then it is here and ready to rock and roll. Now, I realize that there could be some more pathing here, so I'm going to add some more pathing here. I think that makes sense. And it is sunrise. How beautiful. The main path is 4 blocks wide, so I'm going to keep that trend going. However, this original lever here, which doesn't do anything, by the way, it's just there because it's funny, is going to be our turning point. And then we're going to move on up to there, like so. Well, that's that path done, and it leads all the way down and into the mine. A bit of a head bump there. I might change that up a touch. That's better. But it doesn't fit the aesthetic. That's better. Perfecto. This bit down here, I gotta stomp away all of this lovely... In fact, I don't need to do that. Boop. That is now done. And then this area here, I'm gonna turn into a nice pumpkin and melon patch. You can see I've got them already on the go here. That's the base fairly cleaned up, so I'm going to update the map, and then that might be doing it for this episode. We shall see. I'll be honest with you here, this doesn't look like a crazy improvement. So we do in fact have all of the roads built which lead to all the areas in the world at the moment. It feels kind of small, but then I got to remind myself I'm only at episode 10 out of infinity. So you can see we've moved this over here into the bamboo farm. We've got rid of the initial starting area. We've got some plants planted here. It looks like I may have missed one. We've got the road leading down to the Quidditch pitch, and we've got the road leading off to the end portal, and we have covered this in a nice natural looking hill which has still got some development to do. And we cleaned up all of this bit here. So that is what we have done today. And I am, in fact, going to leave that episode here because YouTube has been saying that my videos are far too long, because every time I release a video which is above like 10 minutes, it goes, nope, you get like 4 views. So we're going to be doing it here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't enjoyed, check out another video. If you haven't checked out another video, then I hope you've enjoyed. You know what I'm saying. Let's go. It's goodbye time. Goodbye.